Well, welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews. Today we're going to have some fun with electrical diagnostics and my idea of how I went around fixing my daughter's 2015 Chevy Cruze. And it was an odd problem. Most times these odd problems really intimidate people. So the situation we had was, all of a sudden she went out to the car and unlocked it, went to work. When she went to go to work, went to lock the door, pressed it twice, noticed the horn didn't beep. So she opened up the door and pressed the horn didn't work. Then she decided, well, I'm going to see what else doesn't work. Good thinking. So she started the car up and went around, and she noticed in the front headlight there's an orange marker light in the headlight. Didn't work. Left side marker on the vehicle didn't work. Go to the back of the trunk. The tail light, marker light didn't work, and there's another one on the trunk itself, didn't work. All these things together, all of a sudden, stop working. So what do you do in that situation? Well, the first thing most people do is go on YouTube and start Googling all kinds of stuff, and you know what? You got to just kind of use a little bit of logic. I'm going to show you what happened here. I'm going to go over it real easy and show you what I found. Well, right off the bat, the first thing I did, decided to go to the easiest spot, was number 51. Check out this 15 amp fuse and see what it looks like. And then I thought, okay, so let's just press the horn button. Well, I was looking for something here to click, because of course on these models here, there is no horn relay. It's an integrated relay that's non-serviceable, so you can't get to it. But if you press on the horn, you will hear a click, and I imagine it's underneath this here somewhere, built into the fuse panel here. So then I thought, okay, so the side marker light down here doesn't work, so let's just pull that out. And that's what I did, is I pulled that marker light out, and I'll show you what I found. Well, here's the marker light right here. And I got down to about here, and it pulled right out. Everything was missing from then on. But you can see I've repaired this, and I've put a longer wire on. And then I got over to the horn, and an animal had chewed the cable off right to here. So I had to kind of jerry-rig this around to solder on the wires on the end. And it'll just clip on like this. I just put some dielectric grease in the end, and I'm going to make that go back on the horn, and I've extended the wires. I'll show you underneath what this looks like, and I still haven't put this together yet to see whether this is going to work, but I assume that it will. Now, as soon as I disconnected the wires underneath and removed the negative from touching the positive, all the lights went back on, except of course this one here, which was completely chewed off, and the horn wire hasn't been put on, but all the rest came back. So let's take a look underneath. Okay, if we can look up in there, you can see right there is a connector for the horn, and down here all I've got is just, this is the wires for the side marker, and here's the wires for the horn. So I'm going to hook them up, and let's see what happens. Okay, here we are right here. All I did was just reattach them here, and I used a couple of butt connectors, and then I used some shrink tubing over top. And I did the same here for these two for the horn. And I got the light out in the driveway. Let's see if these things work. Okay, the first thing I do, let's try the marker light. There we go, guys. She works. Let's try the horn. You'll hear that. There we go. Well, I hope you like that. And I'll just show you some of the tools I use. Guys, I use these style of crimpers. And when it gets down tight enough, it opens up. And of course, you can see it's color coded here. And I use these butt connectors that are actually heat shrinkable as well. And then I put another layer over top of it with the regular shrink tubing just to be double safe. So I have to button that all up underneath, and everything worked out fine. Now, my daughter's friend, she was just talking to him for a minute there on the phone, and he works over at the Chevy dealership. She said, you know what would it cost you? Because that's not under warranty. You can't have animals underneath your vehicle covered under warranty. But it was $126 an hour plus tax, $126 just for the diagnostic fee, and then $126 an hour until they get this all wired up. So you know what? I'm just guessing probably 3 hours. Guys, it took me over half an hour to get that skirt underneath off. So you're probably talking by the time you finish a $400 bill for doing that. And you can do this yourself. Just using a little bit of logic and just going after the easy thing first. And when I pulled that side marker cover off, I went to grab the bulb and it came right out with, you know, there's no end to it. And underneath there, they had a field day of chewing them wires all to pieces. Now, what I didn't like is that all the wires underneath there have just like a tape coating. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this loom over top of all the wires, put it all back in there. And I have heard that the wires they're making today are actually made environmentally somehow using cereal grains. And they actually like the taste of the wire. So I thought that was pretty strange. And you know what? A lot of people are intimidated by something like this. And yeah, it would cost you a fortune going to the dealer to get this fixed. And just have to slow down a bit and just go after the easy thing first and see what happens. And as soon as I disconnected the wires from the negative touching the positive, well, like you say, everything went back to normal. All I had to do was rehook the horn up and the side marker, and everything's working now. So there you go. Thanks for joining me here today. I hope maybe you learned something that, you know what, you can do this too. So you guys take care. Come back again now, eh? Cheers.